Missed that back boost. Okay. Pro freaking tip for you guys. All right, so we're gonna try to control your car utilizing Ripcord to show you what you could have done here. Xenover misses the clear with a backflip. He's out of the play. Oh, he's out. And then Puri accidentally bumped. Today we're gonna be analyzing Drip Drip or Rum, also known as Rum from our Discord. They're gonna be a Champion 1 player playing some 2v2, and the replay that they sent me is actually titled Unlucky. So we're gonna watch this and we're gonna see if this really was an unlucky loss here, or if there was some things that could have been better. I'm sure it was probably a little bit of mixture of both, but let's see. You guys can, tell us what you think, if it was unlucky or if they just threw. So let's get into it. Okay, Champ 1. I mean, this is the very first kickoff. It might have been a fluke, but there was no flip on the approach to the kickoff. I want to see you, especially by Champ 1, I feel like this is definitely something people usually have down by this rank. Start learning how to do a diagonal flip kickoff. And then after that, pretty soon after that, you can start learning how to do a speed flip kickoff. Tons of tutorials out there on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I should probably make my own tutorial on this so that I can link people to my videos instead of telling people to go watch other people's videos. But yeah, go watch a diagonal flip tutorial on YouTube and start learning how to diagonal flip, because you got crushed on this kickoff. Did the opponent do a flip on their kickoff? No, neither of you, Champ 1, neither of you do a diagonal flip kickoff here. And that a diagonal flip kickoff, the advantage is that you just get to the ball faster. And if you do it correctly and your second flip, you flip through the ball, it doesn't matter how slow they're approaching the ball, right? Some people will complain, well, if I get to the ball first, they're just going to beat me because I'm going to hit the ball into them and they're going to hit it back. But that's not the case. If you actually flip through the ball instead of sort of glancing the ball, right? A lot of people will do their kickoff and they'll, it has its uses where you kind of glance off of the ball on the kickoff. But if you actually flip straight through the ball as hard as you can with your second flip, it doesn't matter how slow they're going to the ball, you're going to dunk it past them every time. So learn how to do a diagonal flip kickoff and you will crush your opponents that aren't doing a diagonal flip kickoff every single time. First tip right off the bat there. Champ 1 is definitely the rank that you need to start doing diagonal flip kickoffs by. And then I would say after that, by the time you hit GC, probably by the time you hit Champ 3, you should be doing speed flip kickoffs. Let me go back one more time. I lied 2 times. Okay. What I was looking for there, which I was having a hard time paying attention in the moment, but I was looking to see if before you turn your ball cam off here, if you notice that your teammate for sure is going to have this possession. Which, bam, right here, you can tell Parit's getting to this ball first by a mile, and he's pretty uncontested. So I'm fine with you going for this mid boost. I was going to say, if Parit did not clearly have this next possession, that you would want to be turning defensively after you grab this mid boost, because you don't know if you're getting pushed back to your net right now. But you did know, so you're fine. But that was just a little side tip for anybody else watching. Nice. Good attempt here at taking control of it up your corner. Really good attempt. Like for a Champ 1, you see a lot of Champ 1 players not attempt something like that. Pick up your pads, pick up your pads. There you go, you got 1. Alright, let's watch this rotation back here. First of all, your mechanics are letting you down a little bit here on your recovery. Not sure what that was supposed to be. Wasted a little bit of time. And then just kind of slow to get up to this ball. Alright, happens. Your Champ 1, that's excusable. It's excusable. What's not excusable is on your rotation back, you should be flipping up this mid line path of pads, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pads, I believe, that you can pick up by the time you get back to where you need to be. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get one of the 4, and you're at 29 boost. But you could have another 36 right now and be sitting at, what would that be? 65? Yes, you'd be sitting at 65 boost. instead of 29 if you picked up all those pads on your rotation back, which wouldn't have cost you any time or positioning by picking up those pads. So make sure as you're rotating back on defense, as you're rotating up on offense, as you're moving around the field at all, you should always be trying to pick up as many pads as possible. That way you can keep your boost as high as possible. Okay, I'm finding that you didn't go for this ball because you did not know if Asura was going to be shooting this. After he gets this demo, you can't see him anymore. He could be about to shoot this right now. And honestly, if he took that shot right then and there, you probably weren't going to be able to save it. So you take your time, wait on the other outcome that could you actually have a play on, right? If he shoots, you have no play on the ball really. So you play the option where he doesn't shoot, which was smart. Unfortunately, that shot, they hit you with the bounce shot and you just weren't able to reach it. Super close though. Honestly, like your title of your video or your replay, a little unlucky. But the first goal, oh, what was the first goal? Oh, it was a kickoff goal. I wouldn't call that unlucky. I would call that a bad kickoff. So one of the 2 goals they've scored so far, a little unlucky. Oof, missed that back boost. Okay. Pro freaking tip for you guys. Anyone watching. Every map has some sort of design on it that leads you to the boost around the field. Every single map has some sort of design around the field, around the outside, going straight up the middle of the field that leads you to the corner boost. So when you have to leave your ball cam on, you can utilize the design on the map to lead you to the corner boost even when your ball cam is on, right? If you were to line yourself over that line I was just highlighting as you rotated back, you would see that you are not in path to pick up this boost. You need to be coming out this way, and then you'd be in line to pick up that boost as you rotate it back as you're shadow defending. But because you don't realize that, boom, look at, you missed it. You missed it. And now you're at 49 boosts instead of having 100 boosts, stuck on defense now. Just a quick pro tip. Every single map has some sort of design like that leads you, that paths you to the big boosts. So if you ever have to leave your ball cam on to grab a corner boost, utilize those designs to lead you to that corner boost. And then that's not unlucky. Honestly. What I'm going to say here is if you have to reach, if you got to stretch for a ball, right? He's up way before you. You sort of have to go for this. Utilize your double jump. Utilize your fast aerial. Don't hold on to your second flip, right? I know it's important to hold on to your second flip to try to utilize it to get a better, maybe clear, to get more control or, placement on your clear. But if you have to get up, you got to get up and you got to use both jumps to get up. So anytime that you need to prioritize just reaching the ball versus getting a, slightly better clear, you need a fast aerial here. A fast aerial, that's all I'm trying to say really. Take out all the fluff of what I was just explaining. You should have fast aerialed here because he's already up before you, and if you let him shoot this, it's pretty point blank on your net. It's going to be really hard to save this, right? I could say wait on the ground, wait for the shot, but that's going to be your piece pretty point blank. It's going to be really hard to save that. So you got to go up. Fast aerial here is what you need. No point holding on to this second flip to try to get a better touch if he's just going to beat you outright to the ball. So not really unlucky there, honestly. Should have fast aerialed. All right, down 3. See if we can make a comeback. Unfortunate flip here. Puts you too close to the ball on your landing. Right, there was really no reason to flip upfield here. That's just kind of lack of awareness, lack of game sense in like, meaning you don't really realize how far upfield your flip is going to take you after you flip. If you just drive forward with, hold boost and drive forward for like half a second, you're in a perfect position to go up for this ball, or to see if he doesn't go for the ball and he goes for the boost instead, and you can catch the ball if he goes for the boost. That flip, but then that flip, it just puts you like straight underneath the ball, and now you can't do anything. So that was really poor flip. I don't know what possessed you to flip there, but unfortunately now you're way too close to the ball. Didn't even have a good really landing, a good, you clipped the ground as you flipped, and now you're not even facing the right direction. So that flip, not unlucky. That flip was just bad. Not really sure what possessed you to flip there. Got to be careful, just to generalize that. Careful about when you're flipping. If you don't need to flip, then preferably don't flip. You probably heard it a lot if you watch a lot of Rocket League tips videos and things like that. But when you flip, you're locked into that flip animation until you finish. So if you're flipping around the field, if the ball suddenly changes directions, you can't also change direction until you finish your flip. So unless there's a very large amount of ground to cover, then I would recommend don't flip, because if you need to instantly go up for the ball or instantly change direction, you can't do so because you're flipping. So only flip if there's a large amount of ground on the field that you need to cover quickly. Teammate did something back there, but he slotted an open net. Nice. We take those. Not the cleanest half flip. A self plug. Actually, let's do a quick couple of self plugs. This guy submitted this analysis in my Discord, so that's how you get a replay analysis done. If you're wondering how he got this submitted, join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and submit your own replay analysis file to get analyzed just like this and uploaded to my YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to my Twitch or my Patreon to get access to a subscriber only channel in my Discord, where you can submit your replay analysis, and I do those before the free ones, because you pay to support me financially, and I will do you a solid and do your analysis before the free ones. And that's actually what this person did. Rum, thank you very much. He submitted a paid replay analysis so you can get his done before everybody else. Secondly, this half flip was not the cleanest. Watch my half flip tutorial video. That link will also be down in the description, and I'll put it on a time card as well up in the corner. It'll probably be actually up in this corner over here, something like that. Click on that card, watch my tutorial on how to half flip, on how to do a fast half flip. Much better version of the half flip than what you're doing right here, and definitely a lot cleaner, a lot faster, a lot smoother. Alright, what happened? You're pushing up a bit too close. Again here, you gotta think a little bit more when you're flipping, because you're flipping straight into the play here. Your teammate's over here. You need to be making your movement over this way, because he's gonna take this ball in this direction and push this way, and you're flipping straight into that, and it's getting you too close to the play, to the point where once this guy challenges and beats Parit, now it's like you're racing to get back on defense. If you would have flipped out to the left on this flip, bam, you'd be over here instead of where you are, maybe even a little further, like over here. And then you don't also, the reason you're getting so close to the play is because as you're adjusting to be over in this direction, like you should be, you're still also driving forward at an angle. So by the time you get into a good position for a pass, you're also now too far forward. So it really, again, just comes back to that flip. That flip is what sets you up to then accidentally push too far forward as you position better for the pass. So far, the biggest thing I'm noticing is your flips around the field. Make sure you're flipping intentionally. You're not flipping when you shouldn't be. It's a little hard to explain, but I hope you're seeing what I'm talking about. That flip sets you up in a bad position, and now you're driving out to where you should be, but you're also simultaneously driving forward, and now you're too far forward, because as soon as this challenge comes out, instead of being back like where right behind this boost meter here, where then it's not really too hard for you to get back for this ball before Asura. Now, since you're so far forward, it looks like he might beat you and have an open net. It's going to be close. Nice. So yeah, it just comes back to that flip. Honestly, that flip was a bit of a bad flip. Oh. Nice play. I'm really surprised you didn't get demoed. Honestly, you're really lucky that this guy you hear flipping behind you didn't come and demo you. Because that play, I mean, you're low boost. It's really about all you could do here. So, I mean, good job capitalizing on the space that they gave you. But I'm very surprised you didn't get demoed from behind. Nice. Okay. Really good up until this point. Bam. No point in you trying to get back on this ball here. Just rotate around your teammate. Let your teammate now come in for this. Right. Look at this play. Look at this play back from the start. Bam. You take the ball. Okay. Bam. You challenge again. Okay. Bam. You get another touch. Okay. And bam. Okay. You just had like 3 plays in a row. So it's about time your teammate comes in and does something. And you're on 0 boost. And to get back to this ball on 0 boost is going to take you a long time. You're not going to have any momentum. You're going to be pretty ineffective by the time you do get back on the ball, if you manage to get back on the ball before they come in challenge for whatever reason. So just because you have 0 boost, you've been on the ball for like 3-4 touches in a row now. Rotate out. Let your teammate come and pick this up with probably close to full boost, in a better position to actually do something once he does get the ball. You rotate out, grab boost while you're rotating out, be in a better position to follow up on whatever happens. See, looking back at this, has you at this point in time just chose to keep driving this way now that he's beaten you on the ball. Pick up some pads as you rotate around. Maybe grab this mid boost. Probably not in this play, honestly. But just rotate out, pick up a couple pads, stay in the vicinity. Parit turns. And bam, he probably hits this around this opponent. Maybe he gets dunked, but it's better than... I mean, it wasn't really too much better than that. But ideally, he hits that around the first opponent and you guys still have possession. Oof. So you need to try to utilize your audio cues a little bit more here, right? You're taking a long time, first of all, to read this and to go up for it. That's your first cue that, okay, you might not want to even commit to this. You know, sometimes you're not feeling like you've got the read. You don't want to go up as Parit's out of the play, miss the ball, and then they have an open net. So it's fine to take the extra second when you need to read the ball. But that's also sort of something that should trigger in your mind, okay, this is taking me a while to read. I actually might not even want to go for this because by the time I read it, the other opponent's probably going to be up for it. And then not only that, but it's pretty hard to hear in this play, honestly. I don't know why you can't hear his jump at all. Man's hacking. Maybe it's a replay bug. You probably couldn't hear it. That's tough. That's unlucky. I'm just kidding. That's not unlucky. But yeah, I think you're just going to have to, based on the fact that this is taking you a very long time to read, you probably just want to assume that he's going to be up for it and don't jump for it. If anything, you can sit on the ground and try to take a catch. That's going to be the safer play. Because if he goes up for it and he hits it and you're just waiting here for a catch, okay, then you instantly rotate out to defense. But if he doesn't go up for it, then you catch it and you got him in a 1v1. So yeah, I think that's going to be the best play here. Wait on the ground. Since it's taking you so long to read it, choose to not dive at it because you're probably going to get beat to it. Wait on the ground. And then after you saw that he was up, you could have rotated out. Oof, that's tough. Not really unlucky though. That's a really bad 50. Really bad touch by you. It's not really unlucky. You're really side on the ball here on your contact. Yeah, that's really not unlucky. That's more so like a bad flip. A bad flip by you. You're doing a front flip while you're on the side of the ball. So really you're just glancing the side of the ball with the side of your car. I hate to say it, that's not unlucky. What you could do better here is one, get up to this faster, like right now, and you hit this around him. But two, if you know he's going to come and take this 50, point your car straight at the ball and flip out this direction. That way you force the ball out in this direction, and there's a lot of space over here. You could possibly get to the ball before Zine over and have another play on the ball. So really just a bad flip by you, honestly. Bad 50-50, bad contact on the ball. Okay. Personally, what I love to do in these situations, because right here, you have kind of two options. The first is probably tougher than the second. What I would do more often than not, seeing that you have the time and space, I would just get behind this ball and I would push it and roll it all the way back to my corner, out over my backboard, and restart. Sometimes just resetting the play out of your corner with full boost is better than what you did, taking a touch, because this ball is bouncing, right? It's hard to get a touch here that you can control and keep away from this next challenger. So that's why a lot of the time I will just choose to get behind this ball, roll it back all the way over my corner and up my backboard, and reset coming from this end. Yeah, you're probably going to get challenged coming from this direction, but if your teammate's playing all right, playing solid, he should be in the net defending, and if a 50-50 comes out while you're in this position, there's really no threat if you've got somebody behind you in net backing you up. So yeah, instead of just giving up possession in the midfield, that's what I would choose to do. If you watch my streams, shout out, links in the description. But if you watch my streams, you probably see me do it a lot. I do like to take the ball all the way back to my corner, reset from the other side. Your other option, which is kind of difficult, I don't think at this moment at your skill level you'd be able to do this based on what I'm seeing from you. All right, so we're going to try to control your car utilizing Ripcore to show you what you could have done here. Full disclaimer, so far when I've tried to use Ripcore, as you see, my car is stuttering a lot, but also the frame rate and the input delay is terrible when using Ripcore. So it's really hard, at least from how I've tried to use it so far, to utilize this super well. Right now, bam, bam, take this boost. And probably make some sort of play like that. I really like to do that. Or if I restart again, what I was trying to get you to be able to do, right, something like that. It's really hard to do utilizing Ripcore, because unfortunately I have to press a button on my keyboard, really quickly grab my controller, and then try to go. I wish I had controller settings where you could press a button on your controller instead of on your keyboard, but unfortunately Ripcord does not have that feature available. I don't love Ripcore. It's not a perfect plugin, but it can be somewhat useful. Again, like when I try to use it, input delay is terrible, frame rate's pretty bad. It's really hard to take control of the car at, you know, the perfect times where you can actually do something afterwards. But this situation right here, Asura should score this. This should be an open net. You guys should have gotten scored on. That's why sometimes it's better to just take the ball all the way back to your corner, if nothing else, because at least then you're giving yourself, you know, possession of the ball still, and you avoid something disastrous like that. Good patience on the backboard there. Almost had the clear. What I was really hoping to see here was that you weren't going to dive at him here. Right? A lot of people in your situation right here would probably jump off the wall and challenge. But there's really no threat, and by doing so, all you're doing is opening up the window where he fakes you, where you accidentally miss and fly past the ball, and now you're out of the play, and your teammate's in a 2v1. So really, when you're defending from the backboard in a situation like this, it really is a good idea. A lot of the times, you just wait on the backboard, let them get as close as possible before you actually challenge them, so that way there's just no chance of you missing, there's no chance of them faking you. All you got to do is just either clear the ball like this. This is a tough one. If you saw my self replay analysis, I did the same thing pretty much, where the ball just barely hits the corner, where it drops down and causes you to miss a play like that. That happens even to high level players. Don't feel too bad about that backboard miss. Actually really good backboard defense there. Good try. Nice, threaten the demo, got him to jump. Parit did a good job finishing. Nice. That was just a weird time to turn off your ball cam. I think that maybe was a mistake, maybe an accident, maybe just a lapse in judgment here. Not sure why you would turn off your ball cam to go for that. Keep your ball cam on there. It's going to be way easier to stay on this ball. Really, you don't have to jump for this. Just drive up the wall. All right, this ball is going to stick pretty close to this wall. And actually stuck pretty much right to the wall. And you could have just drove up to the ball, made a touch on it. Gone for a solo play, gone for a pass to middle. Right, you just drive up. You could steal this boost and then make a play on the ball. You go, you know, practice that flip reset you've been practicing in training. You could go for it here off of the corner. You could just roll the ball down the backboard for your teammate. You got a lot of options here. Not going to try to explain every single possible option under the sun that you could have done here. But bottom line is, no reason for you to turn off your ball cam and no reason for you to jump at this ball here. That just killed your play, unfortunately. This isn't a great touch, obviously, in hindsight. You give away possession. I think you're going for more of a pinch. But this ball is in your corner and you're both back. So you don't really have a reason to rush for this. If they get to this ball first, it's fine. So with that said, since you don't need to make a play, you don't need to hard clear this ball. Ball is safely in your corner. Both of you are back. The worst that happens is this guy coming this way beats you to the ball and forces it in front of the net, but your teammate's there. He should easily have the clear and you're doing just fine. So instead of making any touch here that gives away the ball, right, a pinch is going to send the ball flying, but it's still going to give away the ball to your teammate or your opponents. A pinch downfield, gives the ball away to your opponents. Why do I keep mixing up those words? So instead, just wait on this bounce. Maybe grab that boost, secure the boost from an opponent who could be coming. I feel like you left the boost possibly for your teammate, which is nice of you. But that's an option. It doesn't really matter as much. But yeah, bottom line is you don't have any reason to rush for this ball. So don't make any touch that gives away possession like that. Good demo. Not the best first touch. Doesn't set you up very well. Dang, if you had that touch on the right side of your car to where it comes out midfield, I think that's a free goal. That's a good pass, and that's a ooh, that's tough. Oh my god, you absolutely just took matters into your own hands. Grab that boost. Right, you don't really have a play to make here at the moment. Because Asura is up. You could be waiting to see if he whiffs. But instead of, I don't know, there's really, Asura shouldn't be whiffing this. Sometimes you do want to play for the whiff, especially if it's like a ball that if they whiff, you're going to be able to score. But this ball, if he whiffs, they still have a teammate back. So I think because you don't really have a play here, you just want to prioritize stealing their boost and then leaving, right? You don't have a play. Asura's up. He shouldn't be whiffing this. Even if he does whiff it, they still have somebody back. So I would personally prioritize starting to boost start them, steal their resources. Because after Asura goes up for this, he's not going to have much boost. That midfield boost is gone. You take this back corner boost. Asura's going to be low boost for a while if you would have sold this boost. Pretty awkward challenge. Swing out this way, grab these boost pads, and because ideally this should be Parit's challenge first. He should challenge this since he's back first, he's defending, and you back him up. Now, if you swing out this way, you have a more side-on view of the play, and if worst case scenario does occur and Parit just never challenges and the situation gets real sketchy, then you can challenge, and you'll also be challenging from a much better position, right? If we are coming out this way as this is happening, bam, picking up these pads. If Parit never challenges, it should be his ball, and it looks like he would have challenged if you weren't there. It would have been fine. You interjected yourself in right underneath the play, and you had a awkward backflip save, which again just gives possession back to Asura, who can now take a shot. But instead, if you would have came out this way, let Parit go, since this is technically his ball to challenge. And if he doesn't go, then bam, you're here. You can still challenge at the last second if you need to. Oof. Yeah, not unlucky. That's not unlucky. That was just a really bad decision by you that you put yourself in a position where really that was all you could do. All you could do in that position was backflip into the ball. And that just gave Asura a free shot. Oh, that's free. No. Oh. I gotta see your teammate's point of view here. Oh. Dang. That. Yeah, no, that's unlucky. Yeah, that sucks. That's unlucky. Because either one of you here. And, oh, that's unlucky. That really is. Because, I mean, the only thing I could say about this for you is you see Asura's there, and ideally Asura's not missing this, so you need to go back on defense and save this next touch from Asura. So you should, I mean, and you do. You see Asura go, so you start turning back. Your read that Asura was there was just a little slow, right? Ideally, bam, you're already turning back to defense here. That's the only thing that could have been better here. You turn out to your right to save a shot from Asura, and then Parit has this for free. But it's such a small mistake, honestly, that leads to this, because this is completely scoreable by you. Like, I was watching this and I was like, oh my gosh, put it in. This is you. You got it. It's free. And then we watched Parit's point of view as well, and the same thing. It looks super free from his point of view as well. And yeah, that was. And then not only that, but he. Oh, that's so unlucky. Xenover misses the clear with a backflip. He's out of the play. Oh, he's out. And then Parit accidentally bumps him perfectly back into position, and he gets the save. Oh my god, that was so unlucky. Oh, that was okay. If that's the reason that it was titled unlucky, that's the sole reason that replay was called unlucky, then that is correct. That was unlucky. Oh my gosh. Ah, and even salt in the wounds. They score one more on you at 0 seconds too. Alright, that's the end of that replay. Yeah, that ending was extremely unlucky, like 15 out of 10 on the unlucky scale. But the rest of the game really wasn't that unlucky. I think your big takeaways are going to be start learning how to do the diagonal flip kickoff. And then shortly after that, after you start getting used to the diagonal flip kickoff, start learning how to do a speed flip kickoff. Those two things will instantly help you improve your gameplay and get a lot better outcomes on kickoffs. Secondly, a couple times that you could have been pathing over pads on your way back to defense a lot better and been in better positions afterwards, because those pads generally put you in pretty good positions if you follow the path of the pads. I don't know, the game developers were geniuses when they placed this stuff in. It's like they knew what the meta of rotations and positioning were going to be when they made the game and when they designed where pads went, because like they perfectly placed pads pretty much to path you into perfect positions around the field. It's weird, it's wild, it's crazy. And then thirdly, I think the biggest takeaway is just, I mean, you're champ 1. Your mechanics don't look bad for champ 1, and you'll improve your mechanics as you just continue to play the game naturally. But definitely improving your just car control in general is going to take you to that next level as well. A lot of, I mean, this is the hardest probably point in your career as a Rocket League player. And I say career, I mean, as in your development as a Rocket League player, champion to grand champion is proof. I mean, champion to grand champion and then GC to SSL, like that one rank difference, GC to SSL, is really hard for sure, but champ 1 to GC is just as hard, because you need to learn game sense and rotations and positioning, as well as improve your mechanics. And the same is with GC to SSL. So both of those leaps in the game are very large and take a lot of time. I'd say you look good, if not above average, for a champ 1. Honestly, I think you probably are slightly above average for a champ 1. And just keep working on that car control, on your, recoveries, your flips around the field, Oh, that was another big takeaway, was your flips around the field. You put yourself in bad positions a couple of times by flipping, getting caught flipping at bad times. So make sure you're not flipping when the ball is potentially about to get a direction change or somebody's about to make a play on the ball. Probably not a good time to be flipping, because like we mentioned, you're locked into that flip animation when you do a flip, and you can't change direction until your flip is over. So be a little bit more mindful about when you're choosing to flip around the field. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, do me a huge favor right now and leave a like on the video, especially if you made it to the end. Like, you stuck around for, what is this now? Oof, this is a long one. You've stuck around to the end though. Leave me a like, leave me a comment. It could be anything down below, but comments help boost engagement on the video, boost engagement between you guys in the comment section and in the community. Start some conversations down there. Maybe comment, tell me what you learned from the video, what you plan on utilizing in your own games that you took away from the video. And thirdly, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe if you want more educational Rocket League content that's focused around making you a better player, because that's the goal here. We always make videos that have value to you guys and will make you better players, so that when you get to GC and you're in my rank, I don't have some booty teammates on my team. I got people who have been watching the videos and know how to play the game well. Thumbs up for that. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great couple of days until then.